It's just 1 week now until the 2026 FIFA World Cup gets underway in Mexico City when one of the three co-hosts, Mexico, play South Africa at the Azteca Stadium. It will be the largest tournament yet, with 48 teams taking part, and it's the first to take place across 3 countries. It has not been without its controversy, with Donald Trump's immigration crackdown leaving fans of many countries unsure if they can enter the United States. Trump's threats against Greenland and his bombing of Iran, one of the countries taking part, had raised the possibility of boycotts. And exorbitant ticket prices are making it unaffordable for many fans, even in the United States itself. Mexico has also been troubled by cartel violence in the run-up. Now, to take a look ahead to the World Cup, I can welcome football journalist Thando Sibiya. Good morning, Thando, and thank you very much for joining us. We're a week away from the World Cup. How do you expect this tournament to go?
I guess for now, we're just waiting for the teams to arrive, all teams to arrive. I mean, just on Sunday, on the 31st of May, South Africa was supposed to depart from Johannesburg, and they couldn't charter their flights because of visa problems as well. So just to get things started, we would appreciate if all teams could arrive, and then we can start talking about the prospects of the World Cup. I guess this is one of the most least anticipated World Cups in this era, considering all the difficulties that are building up to it, which is quite controversial considering that we're in a globalizing era, the era of globalization, with a first world country that is leading the World Cup, and we're experiencing deplorable issues, but also considering the global landscape, the global political landscape, we can understand why things are happening the way that they are happening. But if we're looking to more the positive side, there have been some friendlies building up to the World Cup, some wonderful results that we've seen. We've seen a very beautiful game in Haiti defeating New Zealand 4-0, which is definitely something to look forward to. Haiti hasn't featured in the World Cup for close to 2 decades. And them coming into the World Cup with a 4-0 defeat over New Zealand is something that shows us that this is a side that we can definitely anticipate to look forward to. Algeria, on the other hand, also won against the Netherlands, a goal coming in the 86th minute from Anis Haji Musa. And so these are also the kinds of findings that we're starting to see, that the underdogs of the tournament are the ones that we should definitely be looking out for.
Yeah, there are quite a number of underdogs, including a few first-timers in this tournament due to the expansion of it. What in particular will you be looking out for, be it from particular teams, or who do you think might be the standout stars of the World Cup?
Oh, there's quite a few. And also it's interesting that we speak about the expansion of the World Cup, because if we rewind to 40 years ago, when Mexico last hosted the World Cup, and it was their first hosting of the World Cup in 1986, that was Diego Maradona's World Cup, the hand of God. And that was the time when the tournament expanded to 24 teams. And now we're looking at close to double the amount of teams of participation, with 48 teams now participating. We've seen expansion of more CONCACAF participants because of the 3-host or the tri-hosting format. We also see more participants from the CAF regions and other respective regions. And so if we're looking at the individuals, I guess Haiti is something we should also be looking out for reasons because they haven't been able to participate, political issues, most of the team not being based in the domestic league or even based in Haiti at all because of violence or because of insurgencies in the country. And so this draws attention to how they can actually make something like this happen. Talent-wise, we're looking at Senegal as one of the teams to surprise us. They're in a tough group with France. France looking like the tournament favorites. And so Senegal performed really well. They are the current, well, that's disputable, the current African champions. They won the AFCON, the most recent AFCON, performed brilliantly. They showed tenacity, grit. And if you look at the squad makeup, you have the likes of Jackson, you have youngsters in Mbaye, and I guess there's a lot of talent that we can look there. We see Sadio Mane is also there, potentially his last World Cup appearance. And these are players with depth, experience, both on the continent, the African continent, and off. A lot of the players are also based abroad. And so this draws the attention to such teams. France also being tournament favorites that we're looking out for. The United States of America is also something that could creep up on us. The MLS has been improving. And so speaking of the MLS, we also have South Africa that comes up in the fray because they've had a lot of MLS attention. There's Mbegezeli Mbogazi, who got signed to the MLS side Chicago Fire at the end of last year, just before the African Cup of Nations tournament. A defender who has been impeccable, barely speaks English, but when he has to deliver, he does a brilliant job. In the game against Panama, the friendlies building up, there was a home and away, and that was South Africa's send-off. He performed so beautifully in defense and even scoring one of the goals, the equalizing goal in that 1-1 stalemate that happened in Cape Town in South Africa. And so many names come up, but I do stick to South Africa in that Group A. There is Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and Czech Republic.
If I can just cut across you there for a moment, Thando. Yes. We're going to play a report by our correspondent, Sarah Sacco from Dakar, about the difficulties that Senegalese fans are facing to get to the World Cup because of Donald Trump's visa bans. I'll come back to you in just a moment.
The 12 Gondé are still hoping for a Hail Mary. The well-known Senegalese fan club are unlikely to make the trip to the World Cup after immigration restrictions were imposed on Senegal by the Trump administration. The club's president hopes that a diplomatic solution will be found to secure visas for his teams.
Our authorities are by our side, looking at ways and means to ensure that we can make the trip. But if we cannot afford the policy we want, we will make do with what we have.
While the United States has lifted the deposit requirement between $5,000 and $15,000 US, obtaining a US visa remains very difficult for Senegalese nationals. So the Football Federation is counting on the country's diaspora to fill the North American stands.
It's true that it's a shame for the 12 Gande who have been with us for nearly 30 years. This is the first time this has happened, but we will adapt. Senegalese living in the United States are eager for the team to arrive so they can support them, and I think they will rise to the occasion.
Rights organisations such as Horizon Frontières are in disbelief over such restrictions on attending the world's biggest football event.
The celebration has already been spoiled because you can't host a World Cup without supporters. This is unprecedented. Senegal must protest diplomatically. FIFA must be approached. Human rights organisations must be called upon.
Senegal opens its campaign on June 16th in New York against France in what will be the country's fourth World Cup.
Thando, Senegal is not the only country that's facing difficulties getting into the United States because of Donald Trump's visa bans, and also the price of tickets and accommodation make it unaffordable for many others, even in richer countries. Is there a danger that this World Cup might actually lack some atmosphere in the stadiums?
Definitely. The World Cup is known as a tournament for the people. And so if the people can't make it to the tournament with these exclusionary principles or even policies that are coming up, banning 75 countries from or barring them from coming to the tournament to participate is actually, I think, a negative move diplomatically by the United States. And I do think that it's going to kill the ambiance. It's going to kill a lot of the tournament. It also creates an exclusive nature of it, which makes it for the haves and versus the have-nots, in air quote unquote. And so I do think that this draws a lot of attention to the tournament. So we're all looking forward to the start of the tournament from the 11th of June, just to see what the stadiums are looking like. Will there even be participation from South Africans? Even building up towards the final, can these countries have access? Because to be put 75 countries on the ban list, which is the likes of Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, Antigua, and Barbuda, Armenia, Azerbaijan, and the list goes on, Senegal being one of them. It makes it difficult. And if you look at the ones that are allowed to participate, you don't have travel bans on the likes of France, you don't have them on the likes of the Netherlands. And so this draws a lot of attention to the winner of the Peace Prize. And so where is the peace in not allowing participants or at least supporters to come and watch their countries perform in the biggest tournament in the world, arguably?
Thank you very much for that, Thando Sibiya, a sports journalist, and best of luck to South Africa for the World Cup.